Well, hello there, and this is Auntie, and I am here with an episode of Auntie Say It Isn't So. Auntie Say It Isn't So. Is Niecy Nash-Betts and Sherri Sheperd jealous of each other? Is there competition between these two women? I don't know, but let's find out. Let's talk about it, shall we? Oh, yes, we shall. About it.
Everybody needs a sweet old auntie. Everybody needs
with a whoop whoop and a boop boop
auntie
boop.
that everybody needs.
You can make this up.
Now you know that these are some crazy motherfuckers.
Everybody needs a sweet old auntie.
So why even fuckers?
Aunties and lies, sweet old auntie. Aunties and ways. Are you okay? Are you okay?
Well, hello, everybody, and welcome back. And this is Auntie. If this is your first time being here, please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. And to all of my new subscribers, thank you all so much for hitting that subscribe button and joining this family, one of the best families, I must say, on YouTube. And to all of my nieces, nephews, and my members who have been here with me for the long haul, thank you all so much for your continued support. I am hoping that you all are hearing me because when I play my reel or I couldn't hear anything. But anyway, we're going to go on. You all, I have been watching Sherri Sheperd and J Hud's talk shows. And I have found them very, very interesting. As you all know, I did a review and I'll make sure I put it and attach it to this video of what I thought, my first impressions of these two shows. And this week we had an opportunity to see Sherri Sheperd with one of her best friends, as she calls her, Niecy Nash-Betts. But there were some things that were said in this episode that made me go, okay. So we're going to talk about those things. I'm not sure how many of you all are watching these shows. I understand that the ratings are doing very well for J Hood and for Sherri Sheperd. As many people know, Sherri Sheperd has taken the spot of Wendy Williams, and J Hood has taken the spot of Ellen DeGeneres. And so we are wishing all of them the best of luck and longevity on television. So this week, as I said, Niecy Nash came onto the show with Sherri Sheperd. Right now, it appears that, these women are bringing in people from their past and just trying to really, I guess, get their feet off the ground as it relates to their talk shows. So I was watching the one with Niecy Nash and with Sherri Sheperd, and the two of them began to talk about their relationship with each other. And Niecy made a comment in response to a question that was asked or a statement that was made by Sherri Sheperd, where Sherri Sheperd indicated that she doesn't get jealous of anybody or but that this time she found herself jealous. And so I was like, ooh, child, oh my goodness, let's hear what's going on with these girlfriends, okay? And she began to talk about a party. As we all know, Ava DuVenay just had a birthday party. And Sherri had asked Niecy, who was invited to Oprah's. Okay. She was invited to Oprah's to attend this party for Ava. And Niecy said she told her no, that she could not go. She didn't want her to go. And so Sherri was like, okay, so why don't you want me to go? And she said, because I wanted to party and that I wanted to have some sexy time. As we all know, Niecy, I think it was like 2 years ago, married Jessica. And the two of them, not only married, but they have been breaking boundaries. The two of them were featured on the cover of Essence magazine, as Sherri said, as the first queer couple. And I didn't know if queer was a good word or if it's an acceptable word. But she said that, she wasn't going to take her there. And Sherri said that, she would have been loud and screaming out to Oprah. Is it jealousy and competition between the two of these women? Absolutely not. They appeared to be very good friends. And I thought it was a really heartwarming episode, coming from Sherri Sheperd. And I thought that Niecy did a great job of doing that. The two of them played this game, and the game I thought was very, very interesting. It was the drinking game, right? So they would drink, if the question asks, they have a positive answer, or the answer is yes, then the person has to drink. If not, then the person does not have to drink. So when I was watching this episode, it was very interesting because Sherri started off first. And her first question to Niecy was, have you ever rolled up on one of my ex's house to destroy their Rolls Royce? And Niecy said, yes. I am your partner in crime. I ride with you. Okay. She said, if it's somewhere I want to go and bust the windows out of his Rolls, I'm willing to put my sweatpants on and go. The next question that Sherri asked her was, have you ever said I look good in an outfit when you know I didn't? And Niecy told her, hell no. I'm going to tell you when you looking busted, disgusted, and can't be trusted. She basically was saying, I'm one of those girls. And I was like, I really like this episode because I like the way that Niecy was very upfront about everything. Okay. Everything. And very, very truthful, candid, just that friend to the end. And I thought it was heartwarming because oftentimes we see negative things about people. This was really, in my opinion, just really, really a positive it was a positive show and a positive reflection of women who have great relationships with one another. But there was a question when it turned on to Niecy, when Niecy asked Sherri, do you have a crush on my husband, which is Jessica? And Sherri ended up drinking her whole cup. Like her cup runneth over and it was empty at the end when she asked her about Jessica. The funny thing about it was Niecy was like, this isn't even in the comments. This isn't part of the question. It wasn't pre-rolled out, nothing. I'm asking you, do you have a crush on my husband, Jessica? And honey, she drank a whole cup full. And I thought it was really, really funny because she seemed like it. Okay. At the end of the show, Sherri said some really nice things to Niecy, and I want to tell you all what she said. She had told Niecy had asked Sherri, do you ever send pictures to your girlfriends, nude pictures to your girlfriends? And Sherri had to say yes. Okay. She had to drink because according to Niecy, she sends it. She says Sherri says she got a body. She wanted to show it and whatever. And so they started talking about Niecy Nash being really sexy. As we all know, she has a show that just came out yesterday on ABC, which is called The Rookie Fed. And I'm going to be watching that show because I really like Niecy Nash-Betts. She is one of the celebrities that I followed silently. I was looking at her on Claws. I thought she did a phenomenal job. Just didn't have the time to review it, but I sure wish I had made time for it. But I think that these women need support. And so I really wanted to make sure that I told you all what she said. She said, nobody can walk in your shoes, and even being sexy. This is what Sherri was saying to Niecy. I've seen you in movies. You take that off and you become who you need to be. And it's terrifying. She said it's scary, it's tearful, poignant. You are the most amazing actress I've ever seen. And I'm so happy for you, friend, because you worked hard. You lived in the back room of your mom's house with those kids as a single mom, and you held it down and you took care of everybody, and you still do. You were still out there working and taking care of all. And I love you for this. This is the most, she said, this is the most realest friend. And you pray with me, you check on me, you lift me up, and you just do everything. And I love you so much. Why did Auntie decide that she wanted to do Auntie Say It Isn't So on this? Why did she want to talk about this? Because it's very rare that we get to see women celebrating women. This weekend, I'm going to take an opportunity to go and see the Woman's King. And I know that there's been a lot of back and forth about, is it real? Is it a real depiction of this army? And is it not? But as African American women or women of color, it is very rare that you get an opportunity to see women celebrate one another. And I think that seeing the two of them on there, even I think it was Cheryl Whitfield, I believe, that was on with Jennifer Hudson, and they were both doing, I think that's her name. They were doing the Dream Girls. I think that these talk shows, we really need to get in and support. And that mosquito is behind my head, isn't it? I just saw it. I've been trying to catch it. I think we really need to get in and support. We have two African American women who are on television during the daytime, and it's hard out there. It really is. And it's even harder to not have someone be in competition or to be jealous of you, but support you. And I really want us to support this show. And I thought it was important that I put my face out there and let you all know. Support these talk shows, y'all. And I know that we have an expectation that Sherri Sheperd fill Wendy Williams' shoes. But what Wendy Williams' purpose was on this earth is not Sherri Sheperd's. I listened to Sherri Sheperd as she discussed, being homeless and moving from house to house after she did Friends, and how she had to go back to work while still holding on to her dream. I listened to Niecy Nash as she talked to her and encouraged her of how she continued to persevere, didn't stop dreaming, but kept on believing that one day she would be something, that she would get back out there. And this is her day. This is her day to be celebrated. Having a talk show is a huge deal, and it comes with a lot of responsibilities. These two women are still using the same staff of the people that they are replacing, if that's, for lack of a better term. And I really want us to understand what we're seeing here on television. I really do. I want to thank Niecy And I want to thank Sherri for sharing that intimate relationship with us. Because a lot of times when we close with people, you got to hide it sometimes because you just don't want the conflict and the confusion and all the mess to come in with to come in, or just some of the negativity that goes on and the competition between women. So that's why I'm covering this, because I really want to encourage us to look at it. Give them some time. It's hard for me too, because I'm not usually a um talk show type of person. But I really have been impressed with the hard work. I think that both of them need to become grounded. And I'm sure that it's going to take a while for them to become grounded and really get in there and start talking about things that matter to us. Right now, it's very new. And as I said, they're bringing in people that they're familiar with. I think if we give it some time, that we'll come to really, really enjoy it and look forward to seeing it on daytime television. Having said that, I do notice that there has been a comparison made between the two of them. These women have totally different platforms and total different styles. One thing about Jennifer Hudson, she's very excited and she comes with a gracefulness. Having, being selected to do this and doing it for the first time, with Sherri Sheperd has some experience in talk shows, or I don't know, I guess that's what you would call it, talk shows, daytime talk shows. She's had some experience, and so she's more lax. And sometimes her jokes land, sometimes they don't. But I do really want to say I really appreciate the fact that Niecy Nash-Betts, Jessica, and Sherri opened their relationship up to us, for us to be able to see that women can stick together, especially women of color, that we can get along with one another, and that the competition just ain't there. One of the things I do like too is that Jennifer Hudson and Sherri Sheperd are not competing against each other, because they are both, on different time schedules for this show. And so, you know, the ratings, I think, is like a .07 or something like that, which is good for a talk show, right there where they are. Let's see what I am a male and I'm not really a fan of neither, but I have been supporting each show and I'm so proud of both of them and I'm rooting for their success. Thank you so much. Thank you. That's a male's perspective. And that's what, it's the same thing for me. I've really been trying to support it. I had someone to reach out to me and ask me if I would, review the show, and I did it. And since then, I've been, behind the scenes, just kind of watching and seeing what's going on with it. And I have been pleasantly surprised. Again, as I said, each one of them have a different style and a different way of approaching their guests. Jennifer Hudson is doing a lot of singing. Just the other day, she was singing to an elderly woman in her audience and basically brought everybody to tears. And she just has it's just her approach, and I think her appreciation for where she um is just different from Sherri Sheperd's. And that's not to say that Sherri is not appreciative, because she said that this has been a dream of hers and something that she's wanted to do. And so, to all of the women out there, use this as an example that never stop dreaming, never stop hoping. Know that, a door closed is not the only door. There are multiple doors that you can go to and go through to get to um, accomplishing your dreams, what you inspired to do. Use this as an inspiration for yourself, because guess what? If they can do it, I can do it. You can do it. There's maybe something that you're dreaming and you're hoping that you do in life. Before I leave up out of here and close my eyes, I want to do X, Y, and Z. Hold on to that dream. Don't give up. If Sherri Sheperd can come from living from pillar to post, she said she had like the same 3 pants and the same 3 shirts, then absolutely we can do this too. So I just want to encourage you again, look at these shows, let's support, let's get behind them, let's encourage them. And I guess that's it. Are they in competition and jealousy? They're the best friends. And they are a perfect example for us. You said I love the Sherri shows. I watch both. I love and Sherri shows. I love both daily. Okay. Yolanda says, I love how Jennifer Hudson gives wonderful surprises. Absolutely, she do. Jamila said, let's not forget Tamron Hall, 3 Black women leading daytime talk. Absolutely, Jamila. And you know what? Thank you so much for reminding me of Tamron Hall. She is doing well. We also have 2 Black men who are out there now. And I cannot remember their names, but I'll post it down in the description box. There are 2 Black men now who now have shows, talk shows. No, it's a Black guy and there's a new judge who has a show. And so, I really want to start watching that as well. Let's see. You said, just want to share some of these things. Sherri has a story that women can learn from. I love seeing how she's grown and that she finally has her own show. Absolutely. It is such a huge accomplishment. And I think that oftentimes we sit back and we don't think about what it takes to have your own daytime talk show. Now, I shared with you all in the other video, I would love to be a talk host. I would love to have a show on national television, honey, where I can sit up there and get a good kiki in the car. Excuse me, a good kiki in the car and talk about things that matter. This YouTube channel, in between me cussing people out and reviewing the show, I'm also giving advice. And so to see them do it means that this is something that I can do. I would love to interview people and talk about real life matters and stuff like that and just present a different perspective on life and give some wisdom. The Bible says that the Titus 2 women, which is who I am, is the older woman who teaches the younger women. And I think that Jennifer, who's I believe 41, and I think Sherri is like 50, I believe it is. They are Titus 2 women now. They are the women who will influence or help to influence the young women of this world. The millennials are different. They're different, come up in a different era. And their perspective, especially with social media and how social media says that they should look, should be. I saw one of my friend's daughter. Beautiful young lady. I mean, just beautiful, 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 inside and out, very successful. But every one of her pictures, she's half naked or and her butt is showing. And I think, to myself, I wish I could say it to her, but I never would. But I'm saying you're more than your butt. You're more than your shape. You don't have to twerk it and bring it down to the ground and bring it back up in order to show people that you are a real woman. Why can't we see your frontal view? Why can't we see you in clothing that doesn't reveal? Y'all know what I'm saying? I'm saying you're so beautiful. Why are we seeing your butt in every picture? Is that just a thing to do? And why can't these 2 women be examples to that woman? That you don't have to show all of that. I even notice, even with the attire that they wear, that they're not revealing their whole entire body. Jennifer had on a pink dress with a jacket on. I didn't know why, but I think that, she wants to, be in modesty. And I think that these are things that a lot of us as parents, we want our children to dress modestly. If you're going to put on a sexy little dress and go out with your girlfriends and everything, that's fine, as long as your undergarments reflect that you got it together, that you you understand what I'm saying? Let's work on them undergarments. But why aren't we teaching our girls to aspire to this? Now, some of them may not aspire to be talk show hosts, but they're on social media. And we can use social media in different ways, right? We can do that. Whenever someone is doing good, somebody wants to bring up their negative past. Their past is not their future. Thank you, Denise, for that. You said, I'm not sure about Sherri's background story, but the surrogate baby that apparently didn't want, did anyone hear about that? No, I don't know what you're talking about. I have no idea what you're talking about. Never stop dreaming, Auntie. You would be great. Thank you. Auntie, you will have me laughing. I would. And that is it. In closing, that's one of the things that I like about Sherri too, because when I come out here, I'm cussing and cutting up and stuff like that. And I like the fact that she's bold enough to do that. I also like the fact that Jennifer brings her religion to the table, right? And I mean, that's not for everybody. Everybody's not a Christian, but I'm glad that she's not ashamed to even talk about that on her show. So again, both of these women, and including Tamron Hall, they're all, being their own individual true self. Once they get their footing in, I think it's going to be a phenomenal season. And I just wanted to drop by and say, Auntie, say it isn't so. Say it isn't so. They're not in competition. They are besties. Love y'all to pieces. I'll make sure I drop in all the new talk shows in the description box and a link so that you all can have an opportunity to check them out. Thank you all so much for being here. I appreciate you all until we meet again. I love y'all to pieces. Bye-bye.